The Central Archive of the Russian Ministry of Defense is located in Podolsk, just south of the city of Moscow. As a departmental archive of Russia, it stores documents of different staffs and offices, associations and formations, units, institutions and military academies of the Soviet Defense Ministry from 1941 until the end of the 1980s. It comes under the command of the Rear Services of the Armed Forces of Russia. It has data on the history, culture and military education of the Ministry of Defense. Founded in 1936, the archive moved to Podolsk in Moscow.As around 1946. In 1992, a branch of SAMO was established in Pugachev in Saratov Oblast. As of 2010, Colonel Igor Albertovich Permykov functions as head of the archive. History. Founded on the 2nd of July 1936 as the Archives Department of the People's Commissariat of Defense of the USSR, in 1941 evacuated to the town of Podolsk. In 1943 renamed to History and Archives Division NCB. In 1944 renamed the Department of Archives Administration of the Red Army NCOs. In 1946 relocated in Podolsk on the territory of the former military school, where in 1939 to 1941 engaged in Podolsk cadets. From the 21st of July 1947 Archive of the Ministry of the Armed Forces of the USSR. On the 25th of February 1950 Archive of the Military Ministry of the USSR. For the 15th of March 1953 Archive of the Ministry of Defense of the USSR. For the 15th of November 1975 the Central Archive of the Ministry of Defense of the USSR. From the 12th of March 1992 the Central Archives of the United Armed Forces of the Commonwealth of Independent States. Since the 10th of June 1992 the Central Archives of the Ministry of Defense of Russia.It. In late March 2008 media reported unofficially that during the visit to SAMO of Defense Minister Anatoly Sergeyevich, it was decided to close SAMO and transfer of territory for building an archive. In case of confirmation of this information, the likelihood that material may go missing or be destroyed during the relocation of the archives is high enough. Structure. SAMO Russia keeps some 90,000 funds, including 18,600,000 units of storage. The organization funds are in general conformity with the principles of the Organization of the Soviet Armed Forces. Independent foundations are documents, departments of the central apparatus of the Ministry of Defense, offices of military districts, armies, departments, divisions, units and individual agencies. SAMO's structure includes more than a dozen departments, including the following departments that store documents on the integration of personnel. Second department provides award documents. Fifth department contains the personal files of officers and generals. Sixth department contains documents on the political composition of the Red Army, including a card index file of record losses, and ninth department includes a card index of losses of NCOs and other ranks, as well as a card index of those held captive and liberated by Soviet troops. 11 Second section contains 4 files: a personal account of the officer and the general's convoy, loss of officers in the general's convoy, war generals and officers who died in captivity, awarded orders and medals for all personnel of the Red Army. The main building houses a scientific reference library where one can get acquainted with the literature on the period of the Second World War, including handbooks on military units and formations.